apart from what I show you, if you're ever looking for information on Chianni, you can also go online to the Proloco, which I'm going to be helping them this year as well. I've volunteered to help them. So they have a Facebook page, an Instagram, and also they link to their website there. At the front of the Municipio, which is the council building, there are these really lovely black and white, blown up black and white photographs, obviously from the past. And look at that. Chianni Tuscany di Casciana and then Pontedera. So that's the original bus. Isn't that gorgeous? That must be early 1900s. Lots of people waiting to get on board by looks of things. And Casciana, Bagni di Casciana is now what we know as Casciana Terme, which is the thermal springs. That's been going since the, I think, 1100s there, started by a Contessa, and they have the most amazing natural springs, which I'm definitely going to be going and swimming in. Yet another lovely old image. And look at the ladies all carrying their baskets full of something that they've picked. I can't work out what it is, but they've been out picking in the fields and carrying them all on top of their heads. And then this is showing probably what was an original cafe here in the village, Cafe Victoria. And as you can see, but mind you, the streets, apart from some electrical wires perhaps and phone wires, haven't changed all that much.
I mean, most people do spinach and ricotta. I do
spinach and ricotta, and you use courgette.
And I do courgette for a change. It's different.
It is more sweet.
It's
courgette.
more sweet.
Yes.
And also I
film this now.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
don't
do
apologise.
Instagram.
I do my own tomato sauce.
Oh,
Che buono.
no.
What I do is I roast
So
the tomatoes in the
how long
oven.
you cook the tomato sauce?
Oh, it takes about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because I roast the tomatoes in the
Yes.
the oven first,
Yeah.
and then I put them in the
And
pan.
then if you cook out the skin.
No, I just
No.
leave the skin. Leave the skin.
So that is our beautiful host Roy, my dinner date for tonight, who is explaining what he's made for us, and it's just looks delightful. We can't wait to tuck in. So it's his courgette, so a vegetarian lasagna, but made, as he said, with his own tomatoes that he roasted in the oven, etc. It just looks wonderful. Let's just dig in, Roy, because
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to keep everyone waiting.
Wow, look at that.
It looks amazing. I think he's spoiling us, don't you think? That must be yours, Philip.
Really amazing.
I'm so glad I mentioned that I don't eat meat, because
That's wonderful.
that could have been just a ragu in there, just a regular ragu. And here we are.
Wonderful. Ah, per le donne prima. Bellissima.
Huh?
Che buono. Good morning from a very, very sunny, bright Chianni. I had a lovely dinner out last night in Rivalto with some new friends, and it really raised my spirits, and it was just wonderful. Fantastic conversation, wonderful food. Thank you, Roy. What a wonderful, wonderful evening. And now I'm sitting here in front of my laptop trying to get some work done, but I'm very distracted by this bright blue sky and the sunshine and the warmth just streaming in on my legs. I think I'm getting a bit of a suntan while I sit here. How wonderful. Oh, this is the perfect spot, but I need my sunglasses to work. I think it's just so bright. Oh, honestly, what a wonderful morning to be alive. Hello, I thought I'd bring you shopping with me. This is inside our little supermarket, just so you can see everything. It's a little bit empty today, but normally that is full of meats and chicken and meat and all the fresh things. they're having an argument behind me because I said, do you want to be in the film? And the lady was saying, I'm not good looking enough. They'll think, who's that witch? And I went, for heaven's sakes, you're gorgeous. Anyway, that's fine. As you know, I always honour people's privacy. So here we've got breads and bits of focaccia and things. I come down and get little yogurts here when I run out. We've got a cheese selection. You've got lots of beautiful Tuscan meats, like local meats and prosciuttos and all that kind of thing, sausages, etc. Some pastas. There's also frozen things over there and lots of things. That's all the jams and coffees and teas and all that kind of thing. Chips, eggs, coffees. Got your coffee. Actually, she's got the coffee pods that I need that I didn't realise she sold them here, so that's really great to know. Then you've got a selection of fresh fruit and vegetables, pet foods, lots of water, lots of drinks. There's some alcoholic drinks, there's some beers and things like that. There are wines around the corner because in Italy you can actually sell wine and beer and things like that just in little supermarkets. You've got a selection here of personal hygiene items, your toothpaste, your shampoos, etc. Then over here you've got all your washing powders. There's a eco-friendly section there with all the organic things. Got all your washing powders, your cleaners, your paper towels, etc, etc. So as you can see, it might be small, but we cope really well. When I don't have a car, I cope really well. I can get everything I need between this market and the Forno up the road where they make the breads. There's also a small selection of the same sort of thing up there, but on a much smaller scale. But this is my local little supermarket here in Chianni, and it's all good. So just wanted to let you know and show you what was going on here.
Su YouTube, on YouTube. Su YouTube. Ho un canale YouTube. No, sono già in Australia, ma vivo qua.
Dillo quanto tempo stai qua. Fino a novembre.
Lorenzo. Guardami. This is beautiful Lorenzo. Who runs, insomma. He's beautiful. È bello.
Anni fa ero più
Who
bello.
runs this awesome bar with his brother and sister. And
Questo è un macchiatone,
he's being cheeky at the moment. I'll explain later.
Ce l'hanno un macchiatone nostro.
Anyway, this is my local bar, the Bar Centrale, that I've showed you lots of times. And do you want to be on YouTube? No. So we're here, and I just had a lovely, they even got almond milk in for me. I had a lovely cappuccino sitting in the sunshine, but I just wanted to show you the gorgeous people that are here. Signora, vuoi essere nel YouTube? Vuoi dire ciao?
Va bene.
Some of the locals, there we go.
That's good.
This will make you laugh. I'm sitting here having a coffee, and I've just lived a scene from under the Tuscan sun. I've just had a bird poop on my head. I felt this plop and I thought, what the heck? I put my hand up, yuck. And I've just been pooed on by a passing bird. But it's a sign of good luck in Italy. So, hey, I can't complain. I just have to go home and wash my hair again. The things that happen in Tuscany. Hello again. I just got told that it's actually much bigger on my back. Can you see that? I can't see. I copped it on the back more than what I copped it on the head. Bigger fortune, they say. Even bigger fortune. So it's all good. I just had to tell you, these are the sweetest tomatoes I've eaten in years. I'm halfway through my salad and the simple things in life. This is just perfect. Ciao, Micio. Ciao, Micio. Ciao. Ciao. This evening,
I'm sitting here with some lovely new friends, and just check out this view. That's Laiatico over in the distance, where we're going to the Andrea Bocelli concert in July. But we're here at Anna's Pizzeria having quite a few awesome pizzas, as you can see. They are sensational, and I won't talk for too long because they'll go cold, but I must introduce you to my lovely friends. So, Kathleen and Donna. Cheers, ladies. Cheers. Now, I must explain just quickly. Kathleen is a YouTube watcher, and we met via this YouTube vlog, and it's been a wonderful experience. In fact, I had tears in my eyes the other day because Kathleen's been so supportive to David and I since the beginning, and she has bought with her husband a gorgeous little house, well, not so little, actually a beautiful house here in Chianni. Beautiful. And so another Chianni person now. Una chiannerina. You're a chiannerina. That's what you call a person from Chianni. So talk about serendipity. We're here at the same time, and now we're getting to share pizzas and wine and become real friends in real life, which is just a dream come true. And it's a dream come true for Kathleen to be here. I know you said it's your husband's bucket list, and it's been a pleasure meeting Donna, her lovely friend, who's here helping her clean up her house and make it beautiful and plant plants. So there you go. The wonders of YouTube, when all of a sudden a virtual friend becomes a real friend for life. Isn't that lovely? Yes, cheers, absolutely. Ladies. I reckon we need to drink to that. Cheers. Cheers. Chin chin, as they say in Italy. Salute.
Yes, salute.
And there we go. The end to a lovely, lovely evening. Oh, beautiful pizza, lovely company. And this is a gorgeous view from Kathleen's front balcony. I love you, Chianni. What a beautiful evening we've had. So today I'm sitting at the cafe. It's lunchtime. The sky is getting a bit dirty. I'm under the canopy. I decided not to try for bird poo on my head today. But despite the weather changing a little bit this afternoon, I'm waiting on an important appointment, which I might explain to you all later, depending on the outcome. Secret women's business. All is quiet. Just walking home from an appointment. It's lunchtime, so very, very tranquil. These restaurants are open in the evening, not quite open at lunchtime yet. Not quite the season, but as you can see, starting to look very spring, summer coming. You can see it happening, can't you? There we go. That's where we sit out in the evening to eat for Le Vecchia Cantina, and then for the bistro right next door. They have a lovely room under there, and another beautiful restaurant room, which is really gorgeous in there. And then my way home, back to Viva Sogni. The end of a really lovely, successful day today. As you can see, I've got my pretty light turned on. Don't really need it, but I put it on for you. And I'm having a little glass of wine. Well, actually, it's probably more than what I think, because I'm just using these beautiful new, really beautiful, rather large new wine glasses that I think might be actually in crystal, because they have the most beautiful ting to them. And I thought I'd sit here, have a little glass of wine. I'm waiting for someone to come and deliver something to me, but thank you to the adorable Kathleen, who you'd all would have met a little bit earlier on. She had the world's greatest abundance of glassware in her house when she arrived here in Chianni, and had way too many to fit into cupboards. And she most graciously donated a few beautiful glasses to me. And in fact, that was something David and I did not have an abundance of, because we bought the bare minimum last year. So now I have some really swish goblets for lovely Sangiovese and some lovely local red wines, and some white wine glasses, and even a couple of rather spectacular brandy balloons. So thank you, dear Kathleen. You've been, I think I told you, you've been like a little fairy godmother to me the last few days, and I'm very, very grateful. So cheers to everybody. I'm going to salute the end of a pretty fantastic day after a rather difficult week. Chin chin, salute. Good morning, everybody, and I've just come into l'Angolo di Serena, which I've spoken to you about before, which is one of our lovely corner shops here opposite the Bar Centrale. You can see it through the window. Her windows are directly opposite. Now, this is one of the really great little stores that I was saying. So many shops have so many different things. You can see in the window she's got some awesome fashion, so you can come here and buy yourself some clothing. As you can see, there's makeup, umbrellas, there's also personal items down there, like some hygiene items if you like. And then over here we've got the little corner here where you've got cigarettes and lighters and lottery tickets and scratchies and things. There's a section here for children's toys, all sorts of things like that. I've bought like the chalk for my blackboard here. There's some lovely new jewelry that's just come in. And here's the beautiful Serena herself. There's beautiful Serena. I've actually kicked the husband outside and he's guarding the door so we don't get anyone come in. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, you can get lovely lingerie. So she's got all sorts of, look, sexy men's undies, sexy men, actually. Some sexy men up there, listen. She said too many sexy men. Some lovely, very, very attractive ladies as well. So we've got bras and we've got underpants and stockings and nightwear, collant, exactly. So pantyhose. Lots more clothes over here. Look, it's actually, you need to ask when you come in here because some things are hidden. For example, I bought in the beginning, you probably saw my video where I showed some beautiful linen tea towels that had beautiful like Tuscan designs. I bought them here from Serena, but she had to get them out of a cupboard. They weren't like on show because she's got stuff hidden everywhere. So I just wanted to show you around because I know you ask me all the time, what can you get in Chianni? Well, this is yet again another great little store where you can actually get a multitude of different things. Grazie, Serena. Ciao. My first wedding in Chianni. Woohoo! There's lots of people. They've just got married in the municipio, which is the Shire Council, because you have official weddings done in there if you're not getting church married. And as you can see, there's lots of people, and I believe they're then coming down here to have a quick aperitivo at the Bar Centrale. Isn't that exciting? Saturday morning in Chianni, and it's all happening. I got very, very lucky again yesterday. Maybe it's that bird poop. Who knows? But now I have a beautiful bookcase that I need to fill here in the lounge room by this blank wall. These are, I know you can't tell, these are really beautiful solid wood cabinets that are extremely heavy. The young man that helped up the stairs yesterday was whinging because they are really, really solid timber. They are not light, they are not pine, they are not melamine. They're a solid timber cabinet that came from a lovely home where I think the gentleman in there who lived in there had wonderful taste and lovely furniture. Now, these have been graciously donated to David and I for our home, and you'll see my repostilio now looks pretty snazzy, I would say. I was going to put IKEA shelves in here. Well, no, we're not having IKEA in this house. We have got the matching shelves, but taller ones, as you can see, that are now my beautiful walk-in wardrobe shelves. Again, solid as a rock, heavy as anything, beautiful quality timber that I've given a good clean to. And they're just making the most wonderful shelves. And so now,
all I have to do at this end, where I have the little portable stand, is we will be buying, David and I, when he gets here, we'll be buying a system for that end to have double layers of hanging at that end. So we'll have the double layer hanging. We have the shelves here, a little bit of floor space so you can walk in, walk around, get things out. Don't want it too full. And I'm going to look for some really lovely baskets. At the moment, I've just got my tubs, but they normally go up in the attic. So I'll look for some really attractive baskets to put on here that I can then store additional things in on top, but still have it looking really lovely. Kathleen, as I said the other day, you are another wonderful fairy godmother to me. I was just closing the curtain. Fairy godmother to me, because I think I seem to be collecting fairy godmothers. Oops, I forgot to turn the light off. Let me turn that light off. Whoops, there we go. So, I have collected some lovely fairy godmothers and fairy godfathers recently. Just beautiful, kind people that seem to be just coming out of the woodwork, so to speak, and seem to just have what I need and that they don't want. And just sit on the couch for a minute and look how that looks there now. And can you imagine once that has lovely books and ornaments and things on it? It's just exactly the size and the kind of thing I wanted from there. Being a writer, I wanted to put my own books on there so people could read them, but I also wanted to fill it with some other lovely books in both English and Italian. We have a little games shelf down the bottom with some games and a few little, maybe a lovely statue or a vase, or I'll find something in my travels. So little by little, the room is gaining some lovely pieces of furniture, some useful things, and I think I'm pretty sure I already filmed all the glasses as well that Kathleen gave me. I'm sure I did that. If not, I'll show you next time. But anyway, still a little way to go. But we're getting there. I just love my little house. I've just been in contact with a lovely lady on Facebook Marketplace in Chianni Tuscany, which is one of the neighbouring villages, if you like. And I thought I'd just show you the kitchen. I'm waiting here. Oh, I bought the most magnificent. Look at the bunch of, shall I hold them up in the light? Look at that for a bunch of asparagus. And can you tell the length of them? They're longer than my forearm, and they're beautiful and fine, fresh from someone's farm garden for sure. Let me not stick the tomatoes underneath them because I don't want to squash. There we go. So they're going to make a lovely entree tomorrow because I'm having someone for dinner. And yes, got my basket ready. Everything's ready. Just waiting. Glorious afternoon it's turned into after looking quite miserable this morning. And just about to walk down to the cafe. Oh gosh, all my flowers are coming out. Oh, there's so many buds and they're all coming out. Doesn't that look glorious? And the next door neighbour has her sheets hanging out. Just love that. And I noticed my olive tree had lots of new little leaves coming out. So it's happy here, which makes me so, so happy. Everything's just blooming and looking glorious. Those little ones are sprouting new leaves as well. Yes, so we're going off to Chianni Tuscany because on Facebook Marketplace I found an awesome piece for the bedroom, which I've been looking for because our bedroom is quite, bijou size, as you know, and it's not always easy to find something that will fit properly. And this lady seems to have a beautiful piece of furniture, which I think will look amazing. It's a lovely antique, real antique, but not too large, just big enough. So I think that we're going to go and take a look with Joy. I've made an appointment, went down to the bank just now, got some money out, and I'm ready to make another purchase for Viva Sogni. Fingers crossed that it actually does look as good as it seems to look on Facebook Marketplace. I'm in the car park of my favourite used furniture market, Renault Twizy. Who has ever heard of a Renault Twizy? And it says TWI Rain. There you go, probably the smallest car I've ever seen. I don't know what you fit in there. Well, one person and a bit of shopping. But look at that. Now that's unusual, isn't it? Well, I'm back in my little paradise in Capannoli, which I've talked to you about so many times before. Oh my gosh, looks like there's lots of people here today and lots of wonderful things to look at. So let's start the search. I just thought those jars there were gorgeous. And I'm just looking for some little bits and bobs actually to decorate my new bookshelf that the lovely Kathleen gave me. So, oh gosh, there's just so many things to look at. It's just crazy. And so many wonderful bargains. Let's see what we can find today. Just found this lovely artwork here for €8, which I really like, the colours and the gold and the Madonna and Child. I think I might put that to one side. So these are my beautiful finds from today. I have this gorgeous basket, handmade, this beautiful hand painted ceramic vase, some gorgeous old bound, leather bound and linen books, and this really gorgeous painting that I'll show you later on with Madonna and Child, which I think I showed you earlier. Now, something you need to understand as well in a lot of these stores is that if something has been here for just more than 2 months, it automatically goes to half price, so it's just amazing. So a lot of these things that I've picked today, I've picked them because I love them, but they are actually half price. So it's not until you get to the counter you get this beautiful surprise, which is just wonderful. And this lovely man is the man that helped me last year, and he's still here serving me again. It's a huge day. Joy and I stayed out shopping for like 5 hours. We came home exhausted. Our legs, our feet, our hips, oh my gosh. But when we got to the stores, it was like up to 80% off things, and I had no idea they were having these like long weekend sales. What do you think of my beautiful new little piece of furniture there? I'll put some photos because in this light you can't see. But I love how the little mirror on top is reflecting my chandelier. And it may not stay there because I wanted to get something a little bit golden to match with the actual lovely piece of furniture, but I already had that lovely little mirror, so it's just there for the moment. And then of course you've got that gorgeous light of mine, if you remember, above the bed. And very soon, way above my head here on the wall, above my mirrors, there's going to be a gorgeous bed crown that I showed you that I got from a lady in Pisa. So, it's really starting to take shape and it's looking rather romantic. It's going to be a real little love nest in here. Hello everyone. I've been putting this chat to you off, and I just hate doing that. I was putting off talking to my mum about things, talking to most people, I suppose, because I've always been someone that tries to cope on their own, but sometimes you just don't. You can't, or it just feels really overwhelming to be alone and to be handling so many things all at once. And I know when people change countries, and I've done it myself before, as you all know, a lot can happen all at once, and that's kind of normal. But in my case, there was a lot of additional stuff that shouldn't have happened that has happened, and I'm now wiping it under a rug. But I did want to talk to you about it because it's just impacted on my life for the next 6 months so dramatically. And so I needed to share it so you would understand if there's any undertones of, different things going on and it didn't seem quite right, you'll now understand. Because I know so many of you now are so, caught up with following David and I and what's happening. And gosh, we are so grateful for that and really, really love your support, appreciate it so much. And people that have become so close, really dear friends, as I've mentioned before. So I really feel like we do need to share these things with you. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper now and share what's been going on.
Okay, so here we go. Where do I start? It's a long story and I'm going to try and encapsulate it really quickly. Basically, many of you may not know, but I came to Italy early on my own without David, left family and friends behind because I was on a mission. And that mission was I'd been offered what seemed the perfect job for me. Anyone that knows me knows that most of my life I've been a traveller, have worked in hospitality. That's the next door neighbour's dog barking all of a sudden. Cheeky sausage. And I have, been searching for something that I could do here in Italy that would allow us to live here maybe 6 months of the year, still give me an occupation because I need the income, and also to move forward with David and I with our lives here, little by little. So when this came along at the end of last year, it seemed like the perfect solution for us. I was offered a position in a really beautiful estate here close to Chianni, and working as, you would call it a hostess, I suppose, in English, but to run very exclusive, very small exclusive tours which stay in a beautiful wine estate here close by. And this is through a Scottish company. I'm not going to mention names because I just am not that kind of person, but some of you might be clever enough to work it out. They're very well known, they've been running for decades, and they run beautiful retreats, I suppose you would call them, to Italy and other places where you might learn to cook or take Italian lessons, do photography, paint, all sorts of things like that. Anyway, I was scheduled to come and to literally be doing this right through until the end of October, with a break in between while David was here. Now, I came here especially because I was starting in April, and just before I left Australia, things were a little bit odd with them, but I just forged ahead. And when I got here, basically, that's when the ghosting, what I call ghosting, started. The lack of communication, the lack of messaging. I just didn't know what was going on. So basically, I tried to get on with my life, but honestly, it was really difficult. When I eventually, now I'm just jumping forward over some text messages that I eventually received that had no apologies, that were very vague. And at the end of the day, the position I've come here for does not exist, or exists, but it's for someone else. I honestly don't know. I've never been given an apology, an excuse, or anything else. I have literally just been tossed to one side, which is just appalling. And I don't understand how an international company with a great reputation feels they can do that to someone, especially when they've come from the other side of the planet. But regardless, I could have been someone living here, and to be treated how I've been treated is beyond belief for me. And the problem is with this happening is that it created a snowball effect, because I had basically totally planned 6 months of my life, and my life with David here, and a lot of other things with other people, concerning other people, around that job, not me not being present here in this house, having people stay here when I wasn't here. It has thrown so much stuff out of whack that this last couple of weeks has been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. And if I look tired, I'm exhausted. And last night I slept soundly for probably the first time in a long time. And today I'm definitely on David's order. I'm going to do the siesta this afternoon and have a sleep. But first of all, I wanted to video this for all of you and explain. So I have now no income. I have no job to go ahead for 6 months. I have plans that have gone out the window. I've had parts of my stay here found now that I'm basically homeless because I had given our house to others. And it is from the grace of God, if you like. I spoke to Mum this morning and said, I think it's Dad helping me again. guardian angels, whatever you want to call it, that some of the most beautiful Italian people, local people, my neighbours for a start, Laurie and Fabio, you are my guardian angels here. They are helping me. They can't stop trying to help me, take me to dinners with family, cheer me up, and they're going to look after me while I'm on my own. They're just going to really help me. I'm physically going to stay with them on a couple of occasions, and other friends that have come out of the woodwork. A lovely lady that I've only ever met once who has a lovely villa, Joanne, has offered David and I a villa to have like a little mini romantic stay at her place when he first arrives, just to get over all of this stress. You can just imagine this has been happening to me while I'm on my own here, and David has been going through his mourning for his mum and arranging tickets to England to go to her funeral. And this has all been coinciding with all of the stress and the mess I've had here. So it's been awful, awful. But as my mum said to me today, and as we believe in our family, we just count our blessings. We look at the beautiful people that are now surrounding me and helping me. We look at the blessings I have. I'm sitting here looking past this camera and looking out onto a bright blue Tuscan sky with a bright sun, my little roses on my table, things that make me incredibly grateful to be here. I love where I am so much, and this has nothing to do with Italy. It has nothing to do with Italians. It has nothing to do with any of the gorgeous people here. It has everything to do with someone treating me badly and just a chain of events that have a snowball effect, if you like, from there. And now onwards and upwards. So I hope from now on, all I will have are stories of positivity and wonderful things happening. I truly believe now that that door is closed and others will continue to open for me. I'm helping people with their Italian. I'm going to be doing lots of other different things that I actually didn't know I would do, and it would all work out. And thank you all, to all of you, because of your incredible support and friendship, I now have so many more friends around the planet, so many more wonderful, wonderful, generous people that just love sharing our lives and our stories, and I can feel the sincerity in your wishes that you send us, in your generosity with us, whether it be through your words. Also a massive call out to the lovely people that have started to become like little patrons to us. And I say little, I don't mean it belittling it, I mean in a small way, but it's a huge thing for us that we have a very small account on Buy Me a Coffee, and people have started to buy us espressos or buy us cappuccinos or whatever you want to call it. But those things, you have no idea at this time what they mean to us. They mean the world. Sincerely, they mean the world. And I'm so grateful. So I never thought, these kind of things at my age would happen. You just don't envisage it. You kind of think, oh, okay, I'm on the part now where I can start to relax into life and do some nice things, head towards retirement, and instead it's been a nightmare, but it's okay. It's okay. So thank you so much, and we just hope that you continue to follow our journey and that you continue to support us. We just feel so blessed to have you here with us, and thank you for listening to my story today, and for being here for me and for David, and that's about it. So let's move forward now and enjoy beautiful Tuscany.